Alicia and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you saw from the title, it's a little different than what we've been talking about recently. We're going to be talking about potty training. If you don't know, I have a daughter. She's 2 years old. My husband and I, we just have one kid and she's literally the apple of our eye. So we are in the middle of potty training and I was waiting on doing this video for us to have success. But we've had some failures and we recently just rebooted the potty training. So I wanted to do an update on how it's gone so far, what we tried, what didn't work, and where we are now. So I figured instead of waiting for the end when we have success, let's just go ahead and talk about the failures, because honestly the failures happen and they're new to us, but I think that a lot of people kind of experience them too, and it can be discouraging. So I figured let's do a video on it. If you're new to the channel, definitely stick around by subscribing. And if you like this video and want to see us succeed at potty training, give us a thumbs up. All right, so let's get into it. My husband and I, we always want Jade to not be independent, but we want her to kind of find her own way and try things. So when she was younger, she first started, I don't want to say crawling or walking, but it was before walking for sure. We started introducing her to the potty just for her to get comfortable and not like be frightened by it, at some point in the future. So when she was younger, we got a potty and we started just putting her on it in the morning. While we're hanging out in the morning, she's watching TV, playing with her toys, getting breakfast together. We have the potty there and your kid, right? So when you see the poopy face or when they're ready to go, or know the times that they're ready to go, we would put her on it and just kind of sit with her and let her know this is the potty, this is where you go. So we've always, I say always, but we've introduced her to the potty for quite some time now. So I wanted to, give her another piece of the puzzle. So I bought, she was still, I think she was walking at this time, but I got the potty that you put on the toilet seat cover. This was back in Virginia, so she was still, I would say like 1.5, maybe younger. And we just had the potty seat, and every now and then I would like put her on it. Sometimes we'll read a book, which that's not a good idea. It becomes like playtime, but I didn't know. I just wanted her to kind of sit on there and get familiar. But when she was on there, it was like reading time or playtime or whatever, so that didn't work out too well. But one time she wanted to read Elmo's potty book, which it's P is for potty, which I'll put a picture in here too. But she wanted to read that and she said, Elmo, Elmo. So I go and I leave her on the potty and I go to get the book. At some point between when I went right across the hall and I was coming back, I see that Jade is falling off the toilet and she lost her balance, and I literally had to throw the book and like grab her, just make sure she didn't like face plant. But she definitely fell off the potty, and not the potty, but the toilet. And that, I think, was like the beginning of the end. She was not trying to sit on the potty. She's not trying to sit on the toilet. She didn't want anything to do with the potty. I think it was really scary for her, obviously, because she saw her face hitting the tile and mommy had to come and save her. Thankfully, she had no blood, nothing like that, but still it was super scary. And that kind of let me know that we weren't ready for this situation. And even though I thought we were kind of gently like potty training and subtly doing it, I realized then that it was a huge fail. She was not interested anymore, even if there were a little bit of interest. By the time she fell off, it was kind of like, get me away from this thing. I don't want anything to do with this. So a few things I learned from those few experiences is listen to the kid, and you know, even though I wanted to introduce her to it, so I couldn't force her to have interest even when we tried. So when we moved to Florida at the beginning of spring, Jade finally got to play and hang out with our cousins, which, if you know our family, we're super close to them, so anytime we can hang out with them, we do. So Jade's been getting way more exposure to them, and I have nieces and nephews that are her age, well, not 2, but they're like 3, 4, 6. So when she sees her older cousins doing really anything, and that includes going to the bathroom, now all of a sudden she wants to do it too. So she does more climbing and running and sports and throwing and all of that. So potty is no exception. So she sees my niece go to the potty, and now she wants to go too. Even on FaceTime last night, I was talking to my brother, and his daughter had to go pee, and once Jade heard that, she ran to the potty. She needed to go too. So it was actually, this started happening when we moved, and so we knew that, you know, potty time, potty training was coming. So we picked up kind of where we left off and started introducing her to the potty again. Since Jade was younger, we started sign language with a few words. Not as many words as I hoped for, but potty is one of them. So we would do potty, and so when we were going to the bathroom, when she was going to the bathroom, when we were changing her diaper, we would always say, potty, JD needs to potty, mommy needs to potty. So she was familiar with what that is. When we moved to Florida, we were with my parents for a few months, and she would see us, you know, we only had one bathroom that we were kind of using in our area, so she would come in or come out, and she would see mommy potty, you know, daddy potty. So actually being in closer quarters worked out, where I think not only seeing Amira using the potty, now she's seeing mom and dad, and so she's just kind of associating like, okay, everyone's using the potty, now I want to use the potty too. So we knew the interest was now there, and like I said, the interest is not something we created, it's something that she kind of found on her own.
So this is the setup in Jade's bathroom, just the regular toilet, and I have the toddler toilet seat on there. This is the one she actually fell off of. Funny now, definitely not then. And then we have some wipes there as well. So that's all we have in this bathroom. Usually Jerome and or I, mostly him, is just sitting here waiting for her to finish. So this is the master and how it's set up. Of course, you have the toilet here, and then you have her potty here. Usually when I'm taking her to potty, more times than not, I'm in this bathroom, and like I said, I will actually sit down and potty with her, and she'll sit right there. And we do have the diaper pail here. This is not the Genie, but the Munchkin one. And that is because here, this is the same diaper station that we've been using since Jade was born. It's evolved as Jade has gotten older, but it still has this used to be diapers. Now we just transitioned to pull-ups, so we have that there. Wipes, of course, lotion.
So this weekend was a long weekend. It was 4th of July, and Jerome and I thought this is the best time. All the videos, everything I saw online said 3 days and you could potty train your kids. So Jerome and I picked 4th of July weekend. We weren't really doing anything, and we figured we'll stay home and dedicate this weekend to potty training. So on Saturday, we decided it's day 1. So Jerome picked her up. She spent the night at our sister-in-law's house, or his sister's house, my sister-in-law. She spent the night there, and he picked her up early, and when she got home, we started. So she wasn't telling us that she needed to potty, but we were just taking her on the hour, and she started getting really excited when she was going. So she'll be like, I pee. God, I wish I was sounding as cute as she does, but yeah. I gotta go to Instagram and see what my post was, but I did have some success. So on day one, on Saturday, we ultimately did pretty good. We had a little bit of pool time. We had some time at the house. Of course, we were home all day, but we ended up getting 6 pees, 1 poop, and 0 accidents. So honestly, Saturday came and I felt like a champ. I felt like Jerome and I waited for the right time and we like aced it. And I say Jerome and I because we were like reminding her, you gotta go. But JD did so good. She did everything we wanted her to do. It was like total textbook that day. Day 2, so that's Sunday. And Sunday, it got a little worse, but I didn't know why. She was just fussy to go on the potty. She did pee on the potty, whether it be the toilet or the potty, but she did pee 7 times. She had 1 accident, but she didn't poop that day. And I didn't know and I didn't realize that her belly was hurting. And so she was a little fussy and she did not want to go on the potty as easily. So the first day it was like, yeah, and she was excited. And day 2, that excitement was like null and void. Like it was as if it never happened. And I'm like, are you having potty fatigue? Like what is going on? So I did put her to take a nap, well, both days. When we do naps and bedtime, we are using a pull-up, but I feel like that's normal, I don't know. But this specific day, day 2, she had a dry diaper during her 2-hour nap. So again, I was like, that's a win. When she woke up, she did pee in the potty, but again, no poop on that second day. So day 3, it was even worse. Like I mentioned, I didn't know that her belly was hurting because Jade usually poops every day, but I didn't realize, you know, that if she skipped a day, you know, that it would be that painful, or it would mean that she's in pain. So yeah, that day she was so grumpy. She did have a few accidents on day 3, whether she peed herself completely, like in the garage, we were out there and she just went, or Jerome saw her going in the hall and he like ran her to the bathroom. So it wasn't as successful, but that's because she didn't want to sit and it was hurting her stomach. So once, I think like around 4 or 5 o'clock, she actually did get to poop, and she pooped in the potty. But once she did that, it was like my potty training baby was back. So I just feel like it was kind of a fail on my part because I didn't realize until the afternoon on day 3 that her belly was hurting. And I could have helped her and I could have done bicycles with her, massaged her little belly. But by the time I did that, you know, I felt like I should have done it sooner. So of course, as a mom, you're like, I could have done this sooner. I could have helped in some way, but it happens, right? Constipation is normal. But once she pooped, you know, she was feeling way better. She really amazed me. Like I almost had tears in my eyes because at bedtime, after her bath and all of that, I'm reading her a book and I'm like, all right, baby girl, you know, it's time for bed. And she tells me, Mama, pee. And I'm like, did you pee in your pull-up? And she said, no. And I was like, oh, okay. But part of me, because of the day that we had and she had a few accidents, I just thought she peed in her pull-up. So I was like, all right, let's go change you or try pee-peeing. So anyways, we go to our bathroom and put her on the potty, and funny enough, she waited and she held it. Her diaper was, or not diaper, but her pull-up was dry. And as soon as she sat on the potty, she went pee. And I literally started tearing up because this was the first time that day. And I even think the first time for the weekend that she actually told me, Mommy, pee, like she needed to pee. So I felt like, you know what, we did the right thing. You know, even though we've had some fails, I think that it's all building blocks for her potty training. You know, it's not one of those ones that's like an overnight development, but I think everything that we've done, even, you know, from when she started, it's all building up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really just to document our journey, what worked, what didn't work, and to let you guys know that it's okay to have some fails, because in between those little fails, you get those little wins. So I think those little failures, I know it's super cliche, but those little failures add up to little lessons, and she's gonna be on her way, or he if you have a little boy. So don't forget to stick around by subscribing, and if you like this video, definitely give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.